guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So today I am finally just going to sit down and do my first treatment essence video. So I kept putting this video off and putting it off and putting it off. I think it's been 3 or 4 years now that I've been putting it off. And the problem was I was just so obsessed with testing the first treatment essences and learning about them and learning the difference between the Saccharomyces and Galactomyces and Bifida ferment filtrate and all of the ferment ingredients that go into making a first treatment essence. And then I would get ready to do the video and then I would try a new one, or I would get another one, or I would want to try another one. So finally I am just like, you know what, it's time to just sit down, let's do it. I'm just gonna rank my favorite. I have like 10 of them that I have right here in front of me, and then one that I don't have, and then some that I want to try. So I'm just going to quickly go through my top 10 basically in order of favorite to least favorite. Let's do least favorite to favorite. That's more fun. So I'm going to go through my list and just like give brief information, cost, and yeah. A first treatment essence is what would be your first step in your skincare routine immediately after cleansing. It is generally comprised of a ferment ingredient, whether it's Saccharomyces, Galactomyces, Bifida ferment. It's some type of yeast-derived ingredient that sometimes comes from the process of making sake, so like fermented rice. In the case of SKII, it was that Pitera ingredient. Every brand tends to use their own special ingredient that's fermented, but it is all within the same kind of family of yeast. The process of fermentation breaks down ingredients molecules to a smaller size, so they absorb easier, quicker, whatever, but then they also allow for a little bit of a gateway. They soften the skin, provide an initial layer of hydration, and then those fermented ingredients act as a gateway to help other ingredients absorb faster or better. Usually when you're using a first treatment essence, you get this clarity that is just kind of like synonymous with the use of first treatment essences, this brightness, this clarity of the skin. Now there is one thing to note, there is a difference, or at least there is supposed to be a difference between an essence and a first treatment essence. A first treatment essence is usually just specifically that fermented ingredient. It can have other ingredients included, of course, as well. There's Preston. You can have other ingredients included as well, as you'll see in some of these products, but it's usually the main focus is that fermented ingredient, the Saccharomyces or Galactomyces ingredient. As the years have progressed, first treatment essence and essence, they've kind of intermingled and they've become different things. Kind of like a serum can be a water, or it can be a gel, or it can be an oil. It has kind of been bastardized, but basically that's what a first treatment essence is. And historically an essence was a lighter version of a serum. If you are talking like traditional Korean terminology, an essence would be the lightest version of a serum. A serum would be that typical gel, thicker gel consistency, and then an ampoule would be a concentrated serum. So in traditional Korean terminology, it would be essence, serum, ampoule, with then a first treatment essence being entirely different. Now that can be a whole video in and of itself, but let's go ahead and just get into ranking. My number 8, I have 2 products ranked for my number 8 spot. And the 2 would be the COSRX Galactomyces 95 Whitening Power Essence and the Purito Galactoniacin 97 Power Essence. Now, as the name so suggests, both of these are Galactomyces containing products. This one has the inclusion of niacinamide and has Galactomyces at 92%. This one has Galactomyces at 95%, and I'm sure some other ingredients. So let's talk about the Purito one first. This is my least favorite first treatment essence that I've tried so far. So this is 2 ounces for $15. I don't like this one. Absolutely no results from this. I saw nothing, I used through it, saw nothing, didn't really like it, didn't like the use of it. Yeah, I didn't like Purito as a brand though. I found that they were a very ineffective brand, just didn't work for me. The COSRX Galactomyces 95, this one retails for $23 for 3.4 ounces. Again, I saw 0 results with this one. I do love COSRX as a brand, but I found that this one was ineffective. It was more of a gelish consistency, semi-similar to the Snail Essence. And bear with me, a lot of these products I used years ago, so I'm trying to remember. But this was kind of that gel consistency. Hydrating, but not a great product. Did not give me that first treatment essence effect. Now, one thing that always pisses me off when people talk about first treatment essences, a little tangent, everything is a dupe for SK2. Everything is a dupe for SK2, and I don't think it needs to be. SK2 is a product in and of itself. People that tend to love SK2 love it. People that don't like it, don't like it. That's fine. Everything works different. Everything works differently for everybody. Not one product is going to work for you the way it works for me. And I don't think everything has to be a dupe for SK2. It doesn't have to be. It's fine. So my number 7 spot is the Secret Key Starting Treatment Essence. This is another galactomyces containing product. This retails for about $30 for 5 ounces. Very cost effective. This one is similar to the Missha Time Revolution Essence. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. There's a couple different renditions. There's a rose version. There's nothing super special about them. And I'm trying not to go super in depth on ingredients because we don't need to make this a long video. Not my favorite product. Again, very little results, but slightly better than the Purito and the COSRX. Speaking of the Missha Essence, we have a few of those. So my number 6 spot, which could be tied for number 7, my number 6 spot is the Missha Time Revolution Essence. This is the first treatment essence. I've gone through the normal one, and I've gone through the intensive one. I've gone through a couple of the spray containers. This was kind of nice. It was like kind of an aerosol, gross, that's like many years old, kind of an aerosol spray. And then I had this. This was the very first one that I used because this was the original dupe for SK2. This is a Saccharomyces and Bifida ferment lysate combination. Of course, again, other ingredients are included, but those are the 2 main fermented ingredients. This retails for about $52 for 5 ounces. This was the OG. Missha is kind of the like Michael Kors of the skincare world. They dupe everything. They have a dupe for everything. They have a dupe for like the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. They have an alleged dupe for SK2's Facial Treatment Essence. If you go through their range, you'll see a lot of their products are a dupe for other products, more expensive products usually. Now, I used through probably 2 of these bottles and maybe 2 of these. So I really committed because I always heard people talking so incredibly about the results that first treatment essences would give you, and usually they were talking about this one because it is, again, that traditional dupe for SK2. So I used it and I used it and I used it, and I just didn't see anything. So the very first time that I used SK2 was after I finished like 4 bottles of this, because I was finally like, you know what? Is it this product, or is it first treatment essences in general that I'm just not getting on with? As you guys know, I love the SK2, so it was in fact just this product. That's why it's in my number 6 spot. Now number 5, and I kind of struggled with this one because this to me kind of like was one of the first products that started blurring the line between essence and first treatment essence. I also have a problem with the price. The one that we're talking about is the Tasha the Essence. Now, straight up, this is $95 for 5 ounces. The unique thing about this one was, this is the first one in my rankings that was more than just a first treatment essence, and this did go more towards the essence category. Now, of course, this is called an essence, but to me, when I saw it, it did have those fermented ingredients. It does include Saccharomyces and rice ferment. So it did have those rice-based, yeast-based ferment ingredients. So to me, it was kind of like a combination of a first treatment essence and an essence. There are other ingredients, of course. They have their Heta 3 complex as well as other things. But this one is a different consistency. So this would be more similar to the COSRX 95 galactomyces one because it has more of a traditional essence feel. So it has that cushiony, almost thinned out serum consistency. I don't really know how to explain it. I should probably have kept some. I don't want to open it because it's a couple years old, but it's a thin gel consistency. It does hydrate and plump the skin, but for me, that was kind of more the result I was seeing than that brightness and that clarity to the skin. I was seeing more hydrating. So while this is a very nice hydrating product, and potentially you could use this to replace maybe a hyaluronic because there are some humectant ingredients, if you looked at it that way where it's replacing maybe a hyaluronic acid or it is a hydrating serum plus, then $95 might not be a horrible price. I did like the ingredients. It was a nice product, just not my favorite. That's why it's right in the middle of the line at number 5. My number 4 product is one that starts throwing a lot of ingredients into the mix. Naruko is kind of like the Josh Rosebrook of the Asian beauty world. So this is the Naruko Face Renewal Miracle Essence. Now I really do like this one. This one runs for about $70 for 5.25 ounces, and I have historically had a lot of success with the Naruko line, range, whatever you want to call it, brand. I really do like their products. They have some really standout products, some of them being those night jellies. Really great products, love those. Now this is jam-packed with all different kinds of extracts and plant extracts, botanical extracts, and the ferment ingredients that they use, or the extract that they use, in fact, is the rice lees extract. So my understanding is that's kind of the outer casing of the rice hulls. So they combine rice lees extract and yeast extract. So they don't specifically say Saccharomyces or Galactomyces or Bifidofirm infiltrate. However, they're using the essence of the rice lee and of yeast. I'm assuming the yeast would be one of those 2 ingredients, but not entirely sure. This one, I did see some nice brightening. I saw some nice clarity to my skin. It was a very good product. However, after using about 2 bottles, those results sort of kind of dived down and I stopped seeing the result. Now, of course, that can happen with skincare products, but it did happen quite quickly. Though first treatment essence is because you don't use that much, you just do a little bit into the palm of your hand and pat across your face. They do tend to last quite a long time. This one was nice, but I stopped purchasing it just because I stopped seeing the results, and then after those initial 2 bottles, I didn't see any results with my 3rd bottle, so I gave that one away. But yeah, it's a very nice product. It's worth trying out before going into more of these next 3 products. So my number 3 spot goes to the Iyo Bait Bio Essence, the intensive conditioning one. I mean, I guess that's their special ingredient. Now this one, as you see on the side, has little benchmarks. You're supposed to use this bottle over a month or 4 weeks. This one retails for $60 for 5.7 ounces, so a little bit more expensive, but lesser than the Tasha. Again, this one has a number of different ingredients, and this one also has that kind of cushiony gel consistency. Let's see if I have, remind myself what it's like. Okay, yeah. So this one is a slightly thicker consistency. It's a little thicker than what you would, a little thicker than like the SK2, not as thick as the Tasha. So it's somewhere right in the between, a slightly more viscous water, I guess you would say. I really like that one. It uses Saccharomyces as well as a number of other ingredients. This one was quite hydrating. I liked the other ingredients that they included, and this one did give me a good result. I would repurchase this one, though it's not my favorite. My number 2 spot is actually a brand. This product alone got me really interested in this brand. Now, I have used very few ingredients from them, but I really like the ingredients and the products that they create. I think they're very interesting, and I think that they are unique products on the market. I haven't seen them as much. A lot of K-beauty bloggers that I was following talked about this brand a lot, and then I just haven't seen quite as much from them. So the brand I'm talking about is Swanee Cocoa. This is the BioCell Cosmetics First Essence. Now this one is really a lovely product. This is $51 for 3.3 ounces. It comes in a glass bottle, and this uses Bifidofirm lysate. Again, it also includes allantoin and some other really nice ingredients. This one is just really great. It's a cushiony gel consistency, so it's more of a essence consistency. Quite hydrating to the skin, very brightening. I loved the effect that this one gave me, but I didn't like it as much as the final 2, my top 2. This is a very good product, and if you don't want to go for the SK2 or the other one that I'm about to mention, then I would highly recommend this. It is just a very good product. I continued to see effects from it, and they were good, just not quite as good as these first 2. So vying for my top spot, you guys know, obviously SK2 is my number 1, but this one ties it, surprisingly. I love this one probably as much, but for other reasons. So tying for the number 1 spot would be SK2, which I don't have, and the Hera Cell Biofluid Sync 2.0, the Cell Essence. Now, this one contains, the Heta contains neither galactomyces, Saccharomyces, or bifida ferment. In fact, I don't see any fermented ingredients in there whatsoever. However, this one has a plethora of amino acids, sugars, copper tripeptide, some fatty acids, some hyaluronic acid, some natural moisturizing factors, and some acetylglucosamine. So this has a number of different ingredients that some of these other products do not have. A lot of the other ones have like niacinamide or some botanical extracts, but this has a bunch of different, almost serum ingredients or ingredients you would find in serums, and this is a milky, semi-thicker consistency essence. I really loved this one. This retails for about $70 for 5 ounces, and the cotton pads that they send with it, now do not use the cotton pads with this, splash it on your hand, preserve your product, but the cotton pads that they send with this product, oh my god, I have tried to find just those cotton pads alone. They're fantastic, my favorite cotton pads that I've ever used, and this essence is fantastic. Brightening to the skin, very hydrating, line smoothing, my skin was revitalized, transparent, I'm not sure you want to call it, just very clear, like kind of that glowing from within, lit from within look that I think of when I think of like beautiful Korean skin or beautiful Taiwanese skin, whatever, beautiful Japanese skin, beautiful Asian skin. I think of that very clear but bright, lit from within, alive look. This product gave that to me and I really loved it. And then of course, my number one, sharing the top spot with this one, is the SK2. Now yes, it is expensive, it's a luxury brand, retailing for somewhere in the realm of $185 for 5 ounces. Though if you look on like Costco where I normally buy it, you can get the 11-ounce container, the pump container, for like $200, so you definitely save money. That one contains Pitera, that's their miracle product, at 90%. Now does it have the highest concentration of ferment compared to the other products on this list? No, it does not. Does it have a number of other ingredients? No, the ingredients list is quite straightforward, featuring just the Pitera at 90%, or galactomyces, butylene glycol, and something else. The ingredients list is very straightforward, and I know when people look at it, they're like, no, this isn't it. This product is not great, it shouldn't cost that much. Whatever the case may be, maybe because the ingredients list is so simple, and the ferment product is the shining star, I don't know if that's why I see such a good result from it, but the SK2 gives me different but equally as good results as this one. This one gives me some other benefits. SK2 is my straight up traditional, what I expect from a first treatment essence. It goes on, it's not that hydrating, it's a very thin water weight essence. It's not that hydrating, but when you put it on, with use, my skin seems to be so smooth looking, so bright, very even toned, and I do get that lit from within glow, that look that I strive for. I'm not going to say it's anti-aging, but it gives me such a good just overall effect, and it does continually. It does with the first bottle, with the second bottle, with my fourth bottle. I've continued to see those beautiful, clear, brilliant skin, even toned skin. That's why SK2 has continued to be my number one first treatment essence. Now there are other ones that I want to try. The one I'm currently testing is this one by Fresh. I wanted to mention it. This is a Saccharomyces based first treatment essence coming from black tea. It retails for $60 or about $68 for 5 ounces. So far I'm liking it. Have I seen incredible results? No, but it's a nice product so far. That's it, you guys. I know this video is a little bit longer, but that is finally my first treatment essence roundup. Let me know if you want to know anything more about first treatment essences, specific first treatment essences, or even better, let me know in the comments down below what first treatment essences I should be trying next. I will go ahead and link all these products down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.